Hello ladies and gents, FyreNyxie here, and today I'm bringing you a review of Skybreak. It was made by FarSky Interactive and released October 22nd, 2015. Now this game is in early access, so it's still a work in progress, and you're bound to run into some bugs and glitches and stuff, but I'll get into more of that later. The story of this game is humanity has been threatened by a virus. And you're a scientist that has been sent to this planet, it's called Arcania, to try and find a cure amongst its flora. Now, your ship runs into some difficulties when you're trying to land on the planet, and when I say difficulties, I mean you crash. The weather on this planet is really bad, so your ship crashes, and you've got to find the others. And finding the others is harder than it seems, because the weather on this planet is a pain in the butt. There's the drones that have turned against you on the planet trying to attack you, and you have to try and survive, try and find some plants to make some items, and improve your station and fly to other islands to try and find survivors. You also have a helpful little drone buddy that will scan the surrounding areas to find major points of interest and tells you how far away those points are. And he'll help you find the beacons and other things you need in order to move and explore the area. Now, in the month or so I've had this game, I've already seen some awesome improvements, because when I first got this game, the lightning was the worst thing ever. It struck in chains of like 6 to 8 lightning bolts, and it literally followed you around, and it was a pain in the butt and killed me most of the time it struck. Now, thankfully, there's been an update since I got the game that has fixed this issue, so now the lightning strikes randomly, and it only strikes once, so you have time to get away from it, but if you don't have any ability to sprint or you're injured, it still poses a threat. They've also seemed to have made improvements on the debris that flies around, because I can now kind of dodge those a little bit better, and they have also improved that blue haze, that really thick blue haze that was in between your calm weather areas and the tempest outside, where it was pretty much just no ability to see through that thing. They've made it thinner, and you can actually get through it without getting lost and turned around and backtracking right back into the clear area when you're trying to leave. Now, it being early access, you're gonna run into some bugs, and some of them can be kind of amusing, like I have leaves that flutter through my station that's above the clouds. That's a little odd. But then there's other bugs that are pretty annoying, that when I die and go pick up my body and try and equip my stuff again, it will not show on my hotbar. I usually need to just unequip one of my things, like my extractor or something, and then re-equip it, and then all my items will be visible on my hotbar again. So that one's a little bit more annoying. They've also changed the enemies recently. So there used to be just 2 types of drones, 2 worker drones. One had a saw and one had guns. And there used to be spaceships that flew overhead, and if they found you, they would drop drones on you. Now they have these more animal-like drones. So far I've seen 4. I think that's all there are right now. And you are able to tame a couple of them, and they'll help you out. And they're really cool because it kind of throws in a bit more variety, because they all have their own kind of attack styles. But it now doesn't really make too much sense with the story, because the story goes the worker drones turned on the humans. And it doesn't really make sense now that the worker drones have been taken out. But like I said, this game's a work in progress, so I'm sure they're gonna flesh out all the storyline and figure out how they want to put in those animal-like drones into their story. Now I'm going to go ahead and give this game a 3 out of 5. I think they have a really solid foundation, and I really like the concept. I would just like to see maybe the crafting and drones expanded, more room options for the station, and I'm interested to see what they do with the story. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe to the Echo Through Me Steam Army channel. And just have fun out there, gamers.